Hello, welcome back. It's Monday today, but it's still Eastern. Just made some Danish video. 2 p.m. I made some Danish video about this Shark Arrow motor gliders. I need all this Birdman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 2 more. So I will just go to my bed. I will go to my bed and follow my list. But I was to read about big airliners. So I like and airports. I like to get back to read about the big Airbus and Boeing and big airports. I need a minute to go to my bed. So I just stay in my bed and read through my powers of the camcorder.
Birdman Chinook. For the Boeing helicopter, CCH-47 Chinook. The Birdman Chinook is a family of single and two-place, pusher configuration, high-wing ultralight aircraft that was first flown on the 12th of December, 1982 and produced by Birdman Enterprises of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, starting in 1983. The Chinook design has evolved through several models over time, and has been produced by 2 companies. Over 850 in total have been completed and flown, and kits remain in production in the 21st century. Design and development, edit. Chinook weight 11, edit. Design goals, edit. The first Chinook model introduced was the single-seat weight 11, which entered the market in 1983. The Weight 11 was the 11th aircraft designed by Ukrainian-born aeronautical engineer Vladimir Talanchuk, a graduate of the Polish Institute for Aviation Specialists. The airfoil was developed by Dr. Dave Marston at the University of Alberta and is designated as the UA-80/1. The company design goals for the Weight 11 were: 1. Good flying characteristics. 2. Simplicity of construction. 3. Maximization of aesthetics. Designer Talanchuk stated his own design intentions. An ultralight is not only a fun machine, it should also be usable for utility purposes, training, fishing trips, crop spraying and even for freight carrying. But an ultralight should be affordable by many people, so it shouldn't become expensive. The wings, for example, can't be complicated. They should be easy to build and fix. The Weight 11 was designed to comply with the then new US FAR 103 ultralight vehicles category, including the maximum 254-pound, 115 kilograms, empty weight. With the 28 HP, 21 kilowatts, Rotax 277 single-cylinder, 2-stroke power plant, the aircraft has a factory standard empty weight of 250 pound, 113 kilograms. The 35 HP, 26 kilowatts, Rotax 377 engine became quickly available as an option to give the aircraft more power on floats. In 1987, the Weight 11 was redesignated as the Chinook 1S, 1-seat, by the company to align its nomenclature with the later 2-seat Chinook 2S model. Construction, edit. Talanchuk's design is a high-wing, enclosed cabin monoplane with a high aspect ratio wing of 8.751, giving a large wingspan of 35 feet, 11 m. This gives the Weight 11 a very low span loading as well as a light wing loading. The glide ratio is 10:1 at 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, and minimum sink is 350 fpm, 1.78 m/s, at 32 miles per hour, 51 kilometers per hour. Chinooks have been soared power-off for long-duration flights. The low-drag airframe and high aspect ratio wings gave remarkably good performance on the 28 HP, 21 kilowatts, Rotax 277 engine, and the aircraft can cruise at 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, burning 1.5 US gallons per hour, 5.7 liters/h, of automotive fuel, giving a range of 200 miles, 320 kilometers, on 5 US gal, 19 L, of fuel. The aircraft is constructed entirely from 6061 T6 aluminium tubing, bolted together with aircraft-grade and hardware and covered with 3.9-ounce forward/yard, 132 G/m, Dacron. The covering includes zippers to facilitate inspection. The structure was static load tested to +6 forward/3 G. The fuselage is built on a 4-in, 10 cm, central spinal tube that supports the cockpit and the tail surfaces. The cockpit is of a unique pentagonal cross-section that provides a very wide 38-in, 97 cm, cabin at hip level. The upper cockpit tubing curves down to the aircraft's nose at a ratio of 3:1 to provide a compromise between internal cockpit space and streamlining, and gives the Chinook its distinctive profile. The landing gear is of conventional configuration, with bungee suspension, giving good rough field capabilities. The enclosed cabin includes a cargo area that is located on the aircraft's center of gravity, eliminating trim changes as the load varies. The wing is a two-spar design, supported by a V-strut and jury struts. The wing has internal lift and drag bracing wires. The ailerons were originally designed to be gapless, with the wing's Dacron covering extending over the ailerons. This is sometimes referred to as wing warping, but it differs from that employed on Pioneer aircraft. In 1986, the company abandoned the gapless aileron design and moved to a more conventional separate aileron. Conversion kits for the existing aircraft fleet were made available. The Weight 11S wings are removable by 2 people in 15 minutes. The tail surfaces use a similar sealed gap system, utilizing seamless transitions from the fixed fin and horizontal stabilizer to the movable rudder and elevator. The factory claimed that construction time from the assembly kit was 100 hours for a first-time builder. The price for a Weight 11 in 1984 was CAN $7,995. US $6,395. Test flying, edit. Test flying. The Weight 11 was carried out following the first flight on the 12th of December, 1982 at Wizard Lake, Alberta, by company chief test pilot Dennis Malland. Initial results showed that with the 28 HP, 21 kilowatts, Rotax 277 engine, the aircraft would sustain level flight at low throttle settings and would cruise comfortably at 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. The stall speed was noted as 23 to 25 miles per hour, 37-41 kilometer forward/h. Malland rated the rudder and elevators as very responsive and the ailerons as less sensitive but good, with roll rates from 45 to 45 degrees of 3.5 seconds at cruise speed. Crosswind testing showed the aircraft was controllable in winds of 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, at 45 degrees and 15 miles per hour, 24 kilometers per hour, at 90 degrees. The aircraft was flown in 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, surface winds safely. Takeoff roll was recorded as 100-200 feet, 3162 m, and distance to clear of 50 feet, 15 m. Obstacle was 200-300 feet, 6293 m, at 2,500 feet, 762 m, above sea level. Extensive stall and spin testing was carried out at Wizard Lake on the 28th of December, 1982. Straight ahead and turning power off stalls resulted in a stable mush condition. Power on stalls from 30 degrees nose up resulted in a plus 15 degree nose up stable mush, with no wing drop tendency. A near vertical pitch resulted in a clean stall, with a smooth pitch forward and recovery to level flight with no wing drop tendency. Spin testing entered from level flight. Snap rolls and turning stalls failed to produce a spin condition as the weight 11 just mushed to level flight. These tests resulted in the company billing the aircraft as won't spin. The remaining flight testing established the service ceiling as 15,000 feet, 4,572 m, and the absolute ceiling as 18,400 feet, 5,608 m. Many dives to the VNE of 85 miles per hour, 137 kilometers per hour, were completed without deformation, flutter or instability. Outside loops, rolls, snap rolls, stall turns, tail slides and inverted flight were all completed as test procedures, although the company recommended against customers from conducting these maneuvers. Floats, edit. The weight 11 was tested on fiberglass floats, mounted close to the fuselage. Company testing showed takeoff distances of about 300 feet, 91 m, on the water and no need for additional vertical surfaces to be added. Chinook 2S, edit. Building on the success of the single-seat Chinook, Birdman introduced the two-place Chinook 2S, two-seater, in 1984, and it quickly gained popularity as an ultralight trainer and also as a recreational aircraft. The 2S combined the weight 11's ease of handling, docile stall characteristics and spin-proofness with the reliable Rotax 447-42 HP, 31 kilowatts, and later the Rotax 503-50 HP, 37 kilowatts, engine. One flight review writer noted, "The stall was the most benign that I have even seen in any airplane. At full backstick, it just mushes downward slowly with the nose level, at about 200 to 400 RPM. Releasing the stick returns the Chinook to flying with little altitude loss." The construction of the 2S is similar to the weight 11, with the wingspan increased by 2.0 feet, 0.6 m, and the same fuselage as the weight 11, with the second seat where the weight 11's baggage area is located. The fuel tank was relocated from the fuselage to both wing struts as aerodynamically shaped plastic tanks, where they are visible in flight and the fuel level can be quickly determined. Some weight 11's have had these strut tanks installed as well. In assessing the handling of the 2S, one review wrote, "Pitch proved to be neutrally stable, it just stayed where it was put. The ailerons were the same. In a bank, the Chinook was just happy to stay at that bank angle, neither rolling itself out nor overbanking. The yaw axis was interesting, it remained slightly stable with feet on the pedals, but with feet off and the rudder removed from the fin effect as it floated, the aircraft was unstable. In this mode, it slowly diverged from the direction desired, but was easy to control with the feet where they belong on the pedals. Clearly this is an aircraft that requires attention in flight, but I found that the overall effect is that it feels sprightly, not unstable." The two models of the Chinook built by Birdman were only in production for 5 years before the company went out of business in late 1987, but close to 700 aircraft were delivered in that time. The kits were made at the Canadian Ultralight Manufacturing Facility in St. Paul, Alberta. Chinook Plus 2, edit. One of the owners of a Chinook 2S at the time Birdman Enterprises went out of business was Brent Holomis. Seeing the opportunity to step in and provide parts for the fleet, he founded Aircraft Sales and Parts, ASAP, in 1988, in Vernon, British Columbia. Initially ASAP concentrated on supplying parts, but with assistance from the University of Alberta, Holomis redesigned the aircraft. The new model, a two-seater introduced in 1989, was designated the Chinook Plus 2 and incorporated an all-new wing of reduced span, 32 feet, 10 m, versus the 2SS 37 feet, 11 m, and lower aspect ratio with a greater number of ribs and covered with saconite in place of untreated dacron. The wing features flaperons. The new model has a completely new landing gear and many other improvements over the 2S and was built by Canadian Ultralight Manufacturing, which ASAP acquired. The Plus 2 retains the strut-mounted fuel tanks introduced on the 2S. The Chinook Plus 2 is available in kit form with a large number of engine options, including the 50 HP, 37 kilowatts, Rotax 503, the 4-stroke 60 HP, 45 kilowatts, HKS 700E, the 64 HP, 48 kilowatts, Rotax 582 and the 80 HP, 60 kilowatts, Rotax 912. The heavier engines, particularly the Rotax 912, have been noted as changing the aircraft's handling characteristics and making the aircraft less stable in pitch and yaw. The Chinook Plus 2, with the 912 engine, is definitely not a beginner's airplane, and ASAP factory demonstration pilot, Larry Williams, reports that students take quite a bit of extra time to adapt to its handling. The plane is very responsive to control inputs and exhibits close to neutral static stability in roll. The pitch and yaw axes both exhibit notable negative static stability, and the aircraft likes to diverge from straight and level flight in both pitch and yaw. It isn't hard to control, and many aerobatic planes are similarly unstable, but it is an airplane that needs to be flown positively at all times, and so would make a less than ideal trainer or plane for a low-time pilot. With the 4-stroke HKS 700E engine, the Plus 2 has a top speed of 90 miles per hour, 145 kilometers per hour, and a high cruise of 80 miles per hour, 129 kilometers per hour, with a 65 miles per hour, 105 kilometers per hour, economy cruise, burning only about 2 US gal, 8 L, per hour, giving a 5-hour endurance with standard tanks. Solo power off stalls are 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, and are mild and uneventful. The aircraft has a very low power off sync rate of about 350 fpm, 1.78 m/s. The Plus 2 initially had a gross weight of 900 pounds, 408 kilograms, but this was progressively increased to its present 1,050 pounds, 476 kilograms. Reviewer Dan Johnson, writing in EAA Sport Pilot and Light Sport Aircraft magazine in January 2008, described the Chinook Plus 2 with the HKS 700E engine. Though the Chinook's white cockpit gives it a pudgy appearance from some vantage points, the design slips through the air quite well. It has light and powerful ailerons, which makes it easy to guide through the air. In general, the plane's handling is quite pleasant despite, or perhaps because of, its unorthodox shape. The factory claims that a first-time builder can complete the Chinook Plus 2 in 220 hours of labor. The rights to the Chinook Plus 2 were sold to a US company, the Aeroplane Manufactory, in 2013, which put the design back into production in 2016. Operational history, edit. The Chinook Weight 11 design won Reserve Grand Champion at AirVenture in 1983 and again in 1984. In August 1983, Test pilot Dennis Malland flew a weight 11 with the standard Rotax 277 engine to a height of 18,500 feet, 5,639 m. In November 1984, Jack Hughes flew a weight 11 across the width of Australia from Orange, New South Wales, to Perth, Western Australia, in 14 days and 49 flying hours, a distance of 2,015 mi, 3,797 kilometers. In 1993, a 64 HP, 48 kilowatts, Rotax 582 powered Chinook Plus 2 on skis and full Lotus floats was used by the National Geographic Society in filming a television special about marine mammals in the Canadian Arctic. Variants, edit. Chinook weight 11-277. Single seat, powered by a 28 HP, 21 kilowatts, Rotax 277. Produced by Birdman Enterprises 1983 to 1986. Chinook weight 11-377. Single seat, powered by a 35 HP, 26 kilowatts, Rotax 377. Produced by Birdman Enterprises 1984 to 1986. Chinook 1S. Later designation for the weight 11. To align is nomenclature with the 2S. Single seat, powered by a 28 HP, 21 kilowatts, Rotax 277 or optionally a 35 HP, 26 kilowatts, Rotax 377, produced by Birdman Enterprises 1987. Chinook 2S. Two-seat, powered by a 42 HP, 31 kilowatts, Rotax 447 or 50 HP, 37 kilowatts, Rotax 503, produced by Birdman Enterprises 1984 to 1987. Chinook Plus 2. Two-seat, powered by a 50 HP, 37 kilowatts, Rotax 503, 60 HP, 45 kilowatts, HKS 700E, 64 HP, 48 kilowatts, Rotax 582 or 80 HP, 60 kilowatts, Rotax 912, produced by ASAP 1989 to 2013 and the aeroplane manufacturer from 2016 present. Specifications, Chinook weight 11, edit. Data from Jones. General characteristics. 1 crew, 1. 2 capacity, 1 passenger. 3 length, 17 feet 6 in, 5.34 m. 4 wingspan, 35 feet 0 in, 10.68 m. 5 height, 5 feet 10 in, 1.78 m. 6 wing area, 140 square feet, 13.0 m. 7 airfoil, University of Alberta UA80 /1. 8 empty weight, 250 pound, 113 kilograms. 9 max takeoff weight, 625 pound, 283 kilograms. 10 power plant, 1 Rotax 277, 28 HP, 21 kilowatts. 11 propellers, 4 feet 6 in, 1.37 m, diameter. Performance. 1 maximum speed, 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, 52 kn. 2 cruise speed, 50 miles per hour, 81 kilometers per hour, 43 kn. 3 stall speed, 24 miles per hour, 39 kilometers per hour, 21 kn. 4 never exceed speed, 85 miles per hour, 138 kilometers per hour, 74 kn. 5 range, 200 mi, 324 kilometers, 117 mi. 6 service ceiling, 15,000 feet, 4,575 m. 7 rate of climb, 700 foot /min, 3.6 m/s. 8 wing loading, 4.5 pound /square feet, 21.8 kilogram /m. 9 power /mass, 22.3 pound /HP, 0.07 kilowatt /kilogram. 10 load factors, +6 /3G. See also, edit. Aircraft of comparable role, configuration, and era. 1 CGS Hawk. 2 Interplane Skyboy. 3 Lockwood Drifter. 4 Quad City Challenger. 5 Spectrum Beaver. References, edit.